Stand up in court. Before you hand in your files, there's something you should know. Evidence is important in style, so the court can easily flow. But the more lies found in your tort should get it thrown out of court. Next thing this lawyer did in kind, he Xeroxed his private parts. In all the evidence he tried to grind, that poor judge's laughter starts. Told the lawyer he needs his case to abort, 'cause that evidence will never stand up in court. Before you hand in your files, there's something you should know. Is important in style, so the court can easily flow. But the more lies found in your tort should get it thrown out of court. Next thing this lawyer did in kind, he Xeroxed his private parts. In all the evidence he tried to grind, that poor judge's laughter starts. Told the lawyer he needs his case to abort, 'cause that evidence will never stand up in court. The lawyer in the foam, defeated as anyone can be. His mouth started to foam like a killer rabbit, yet he removed all his clothes, looking for fun of sorts. Didn't hear surprise, party guests in swimming shorts, pointing and yelling. Did it stand up in court? It didn't stand up in court, because it was so small. Even if he took the blue pill, it sank like the Titanic, y'all. In both his ears they did fill. It wouldn't stand up in court. It wouldn't stand up in court. Like Custer defending the fort, it never stood up in court. In court.
When a bunch of drips rain on your parade, and don't give a flip, 'cause tiny bubbles got laid.
When you spit out of a window a half mile away, they make the claim that you aimed it at them. How low can they get to the walk of shame? If you pee from a rooftop, they still think it's raining. They only wish it would stop as they're hit by lightning. They can't stop the songs about rain, because they all are a bunch of drips. They're getting too soggy in the brain. another forms. Even bigger they become, like tiny bubbles into worms. They become the worst of scum, as they arrive like a hurricane with little maggots in their brains. They don't care that they're inane, they can flake off like pancake stains. They can't stop the songs about rain, because they are a bunch of drips. They're getting too soggy in the brain. As to us, in return, they give us bird flips. They messed with the wrong people here. They will bankrupt themselves faster than Tijuana water through a tourist, I fear. Their lack of manhood causes this plan. They can't stop the songs about rain, because they are a bunch of drips. Bubbles has got too soggy in the brain. As to us, in return, he gives us bird flips. As a baby, I fell head first from the pram. That is why I act this way, so I can pry those words from my mother in a raging fit. Oh, Tandas I am. Oh, Tandas I am a whip. Oh, a tapula my. Oh, a tapula my. Oh, what Tandas I am. Oh, I've a nits. They can't stop all the songs about rain, 'cause tiny bubbles is too soggy in the brain.
There was once this very crooked lawyer named Bubbles, who went to a drunk barber. He only asked for a haircut and a shave, yet in confusion the barber became brave. He shaved his head and cut off his nose, and in time the reputation of the nose grows. Now the barber is in full hysterics, as out of his handkerchief sticks what is left of Bubbles' former nose. After the massive hangover arose, it thought of the handkerchief onto his breakfast, turning him blue. Driving away with the porcelain bus, a few hours later he just panicked and tried to dispose of that disgusting Bubbles' nose. Everywhere he went, something stopped him from its very disposal, yet on a whim threw the nose into the river. When a cop arrived, he told the cop he was skipping rocks. He sighed as he got away with that whale of a story. Now it is 3 years later, the nose grew in glory. Bubbles keeps on asking where his nose can be found. Is it in the air or sea, or stuck 6 feet underground? Now the nose is 6'4" and practices law, the most honest lawyer the world ever saw. Case after case without frivolous litigation, now the most honest district judge in the nation. Everything Bubbles never had, including a heart or a working brain in the very least part. He begins to stalk this judge who cannot hear him. Told a huge whopper of a story to him so grim. A number of times he asked Bubbles to speak louder, as he can't speak or hear lies. Told him to take a powder. Now Bubbles' soul got even more sour, as he now wants his game and power. Bubbles assigns a warrant for the nose's arrest. Dead or alive, but dead to Bubbles is the best. He wants that nose back on his face in a moment of the sheerest disgrace. His captors beat his nose back to normal size, then returns it to old Bubbles, his internal prize. He
tried to reattach his nose to his face, but in spite rejects going back at any pace. Bubbles calls a doctor in and tells him that it's overdue. The nose won't go back, even with staples and super glue. What will it take for me to keep my precious nose? Turn your life around and to your loved one propose. Get married and just tell her not to throw the bouquet she carried at any redhead, as I am too pretty at any time to ever get married. This time the nose rejoices, again can hear voices. The moral of the story is tried but true. Don't allow your nose to be cut off from you. It will cause you the deepest sorrow. It will leave the soul in constant borrow. Always be truthful to clients in court, or they'll be wishing your mother praised him a port. You'll regret the day you on this earth was born, and between truth or lies, hard from lies to be torn.